Howdy kids. So I am here at I guess you could say it's one of my more favorite monuments. Sorry about the wind. It's not the, well, to be honest, it's kind of a depressing monument because it quite obviously puts on full display the grim realities of what happened here, which I tend to like to focus on because everybody else wants to glorify it. You know, you got some who will just kind of shoot the straight facts, but you know, a lot of folks who come to Gettysburg, not necessarily the content creators that cover Gettysburg, but lots of the folks who come here, of course, just want to glorify things one way or the other, usually in favor of the Union. That's not quite my point, not quite why I'm here today. So I was down at Plum Run earlier today and saw and heard the most unfortunate thing. So I'm just sitting there enjoying some peace and quiet and the Tadpole Symphony, right? Because it's springtime. And you know, as I mentioned in a community post, listening to some Bonnie Raitt, drinking a little bourbon and just enjoying myself. And there are two folks walking up the road. You know, I'm just using this as an example. Two folks walking up the road. They look completely normal, and just by looking at them you can't really tell, you know, if they lean to the left or lean to the right. Going this way on the road, oddly enough, is one of those futuristic Tesla cars, not the normal Tesla car, but the funny, I call it the Tesla wagon, you know, the Back to the Future. I don't really know what it's called. And there are two huge American flags flying from the Tesla on each side. Again, I thought it was kind of a funny scene. But just as soon as that Tesla vehicle from Back to the Future passed by with the two big flags, the couple, the ordinary couple that were walking the other way, one of them yells, "Trump sucks." Yeah. Oddly enough. Now, mind you, there were no Trump stickers on the car, just two big American flags. And yeah, this didn't make me incredibly irate, and it certainly did not ruin my time there at Plum Run, but it got under my skin. It got under my skin because, in my opinion, folks, that kind of stuff has no place at this park. No place at this park. As I've said, you know, that this park is here for everybody to enjoy for whatever purpose that they see fit. Some are here for the history. Some come here in somewhat of a, you know, a solemn frame of mind to remember. Some come to pay their respects to their kin, you know, to their great-grandfathers or great-great-grandfathers who fought in this war. Some come to exercise and walk their dogs, so on and so forth. But in my opinion, this place is for everybody, and it is not a place for politics. It's not to say that, you know, if you meet somebody and strike up a conversation, you're not free to carry on your conversation, you know, in a reasonable volume. But I don't think shouting "Trump sucks" is anywhere close to appropriate. And I will say the same thing if the tables were turned, and this was a couple years ago. I would absolutely say the same thing if somebody yelled at somebody else, "Biden sucks." It's beyond inappropriate. I'm not laying down the law, okay, and telling you guys the rules. This is my opinion. but my opinion is that kind of stuff has no place here. No place here. The man who yelled that at the other car had no idea if he was Democrat or Republican. I mean, chances are he was Republican or maybe a conservative non-voter. He definitely did not have any Trump stickers on his car, this or that, you know, gun rights this and don't tread on me that, and, you know, the thin blue line this and that. And he just had 2 American flags waving from his vehicle. And someone else thought it was okay to yell, "Trump sucks," loudly so other people could hear. The man who yelled that had no idea if this man was going to pay his respects to his great or great-great-grandfather. And to reiterate a point that I have made time and time again, and I will continue to make time and time again, in my opinion, this place is here so we don't make the same mistakes we have made in the past. And the behavior that the gentleman who was yelling at the vehicle displayed ran quite contrary to that. Quite contrary. It's just more evidence of how divided we are, how brainwashed the extreme left and the extreme right. I don't know if I got that backwards. You know, I'm not talking about reasonable people. I'm talking about those on the extremes. How brainwashed they are, and how that kind of behavior serves nobody. It definitely does not serve this nation and us collectively as Americans. In fact, it does just the opposite. That kind of behavior, in my opinion, has no place here. Cannot be clear enough about that. Everybody has the right to free speech, so on and so forth. This isn't, you know, a big city. This isn't Washington, D.C. This isn't Baltimore. This isn't Philadelphia. This isn't, you know, pick a city. Houston, St. Louis, whatever. This is a small town that hosts one of the nation's most sacred battlefields. Like I've said before, you don't have to be doom and gloom when you're here. You can enjoy yourselves. Your kids can run around and play, so on and so forth. That's great. But loudly vocalizing your extreme political opinions is not appropriate. It's beyond not appropriate. I have other words, but I'm trying to keep things civil here. Think about what I keep telling you guys. Things are bad enough as they are. This country is now again a powder keg. It makes me very upset. Makes me very, very upset. And it makes me even more upset to hear and see that kind of stuff here. Save it for the bar. Save it for your spouse. Please do not do it here.